Shannon, does Dak deserve to be one of the highest paid QBs?
He deserves to be paid. And if you look at all the other guys, Skip Bayless, I think Dak deserves to be paid somewhere in that $25 to $28 million range. For me, Skip, I think he's a middle-of-the-road quarterback, and I've said this on several occasions. I think he's a good quarterback. I don't think he's tier 1. I don't think he's elite. I think he's somewhere between 12 and 15. I can get to, off the top of my head, 10 quarterbacks easy that I'm taking in front of Dak Prescott. And I don't think you would disagree with, a lot. Well, you would, just because. But anyway, I think the thing is we have a body of work on Dak. So he's 48 games into his career. He has 2 division titles. I think that's a larger body of work than what people have on Jimmy Garoppolo, and they gave him $27 million.
Okay.
Alex Smith got $23 million. He's a little longer.
Yep.
So I don't have a problem, Skip, with them paying him. The question is, and I think with everybody, and I don't want to get into semantics, well, this, the position of quarterback and yada, yada, yada. The question is Jerry going to give him the 25 to 28, which is the not upper level, but it's the upper level of the quarterbacks, or does he fall in that range, $20 million to $22, $23 million, the Alex Smith range? I think Dak Prescott deserves, and Skip, I'm one of his harshest critics because, like I said, I think there are times that he turns the ball over too much. I think he holds the ball too long, and you hear, he said accuracy. If you notice, when everybody talks about Dak Prescott, Skip, what the first thing come out is that A word, and not the bad one. They talk about his accuracy, So Troy said it.
You've called him all kinds of.
No, don't call him out. No, don't do that, Skip. So do I think he deserves to be paid? Yes, I think he deserves to get $25, $28 million a year. But where I'm going to push back on Darren Woodson, where I'm going to disagree with him, is that I believe those guys in our locker room did believe Tony Romo that could bring them through anything. And the thing was, Skip, the difference is that what you love so much about Tony Romo is what you despised about him. Because his risk-taking. He had no conscience. Like you said, the game that perfectly illustrates that, he's playing a flawless game against the Denver Broncos about 5 years ago, Skip. He's flawless. Beyonce would be proud of him. Flawless. He woke up like that.
True.
507 yards, 5 touchdowns.
Yep.
Oh, he gonna win the game. It's a tie ball game, Skip. Tony Romo gonna ride off in the sunset, and everybody's gonna remember the game, just like you remember the Alamo, remember the Titan.
This was the Alamo. That's what happened. It was the Alamo.
And Skip Bayless, he had his part. He was all good. I can imagine how he was. I didn't know he was. And then all of a sudden, he hit the floor.
Threw it right to Danny Trevathan.
Ernest, can you believe what he did?
Danny Trevathan wears an orange-colored jersey, right? No.
Yes.
Skip, Tony Romo has the 17th most comebacks in NFL history. So I do believe that his teammates believe that no matter how far they were behind, Tony Romo could bring them back. And so I'm going to push back on D. Wood with that one.
He did play with him briefly.
Yes,
Darren did.
yes,
So he
yes.
has a pretty good vibe.
But here's the thing,
locker.
but when he played with him, Tony was just coming. He was really, really young, really, really raw. That wasn't towards the end, Tony Romo that could do the miraculous thing that he could spin around. Remember, J.J. Watt had him for a sack, and he spun around, got up out of it, and threw a touchdown, and everybody was loving him. But I believe Dak deserves to be paid somewhere between $25 and $28 million. His large body of work lets you know what you're getting. You know exactly what you're getting with him, Skip. You're not going to get Mahomes in the 48 touchdowns. You're not going to get a guy that throws 40 touchdowns. That's not who he is. But you know what you're going to get with Dak Prescott, and I do believe he deserves to be compensated.
So, I don't know what top dollar is, but whatever top dollar is, Dak Prescott has earned it.
30+ million is top dollar. You believe that?
30 plus. Whatever it is, whatever the market bears, that's what he deserves. He will win a championship for the Dallas Cowboys. And I don't just agree with what my friend Darren Woodson said. I've said all the same things over and over and over again on this show. Dak Prescott's intangibles, which I've tried to explain to you, are at least as strong, if not stronger, than his tangibles. I'm with you all along. I never fight back on this. He's not a great thrower of the football. He's not the most accurate thrower of the football. Sometimes he holds the ball too long. It's his Achilles heel. Sometimes he drives me a little crazy with the sack fumbles. And yet, in the end, his intangibles overcome all of the above because he is a leader of men and he fuels that football team. And that football team does believe in Dak Prescott.
Some of the best leaders, Skip, can't play. So you want a guy that can play or you want a guy that has leadership skills? Because at the end of the day, it comes down, can he play?
All I know is you say Aaron Rodgers is the greatest thrower of the football ever. And I have 3 times watched Dak Prescott outplay Aaron Rodgers. And I can show you the numbers. He didn't win the game 2 of those times, but it wasn't his fault because he outnumbered Aaron Rodgers throwing the football. Well, that's what I'm saying. And as a raw rookie 4th-round draft pick in his first ever playoff game, he threw for 300 yards against Aaron Rodgers and 3 touchdowns, and he brought that team back from 21 to 3 down in a playoff game to 31 all. And I believe that Romo's teams never thought he could do that. That was pretty great. And to your point, body of work, step back. Dak Prescott has led this team to 2 division championships in just 3 years. Yeah. And I'm going to remind you, a year ago, the Zeke suspension hung over this team the whole long year. And not only did it trouble and affect and distract the football team, but finally, mid-year, he's gone for 6 games. Who knows what might have happened if you removed that cloud from that football team last year.
But you had Dak, so it shouldn't have mattered. It shouldn't have mattered.
Well, I mean,
he's a leader of men. He's the guy. You're going to pay him $30+ million. Zeke should be inconsequential in this discussion.
They still went 9-7 last year, which was pretty great. And he had the 4th best QBR in the league after, and you gave him an F for his performance last year. Yeah.
Did you see those?
Way to go.
Those numbers?
So I'm going to tell you again that you can hyper-focus on this throw or that throw. You can nitpick this guy to death. He is the biggest lightning rod for criticism now in the entire National Football League because he is the quarterback for America's team. That means he is America's quarterback. And Shannon Sharpe has already dug in, as have a lot of other critics.
What about
he's just not that good. He can't throw.
I said he's middle of the road. That's good.
Okay? So I keep telling you, he is a big game, big play, playmaker. And even, I give you, it was against Tampa Bay. But who scored the first touchdown Sunday against Tampa Bay from 7 yards out? It was Dak Prescott. And what did he do in the end zone? He gave it both biceps. He flexed both. And that whole team ran to him and jumped all over him because he flipped their switch. He's the guy who lights the fuse of that team. And who closed the deal with that sweet fade throw to Michael Gallup? You say, oh, no big deal. It was a big deal because it made it 27-13 and it closed the deal on the division.
Oh, I get
Those are the plays that he is capable of making and consistently does make.
But what I do, Skip, I will give him credit. But what you want to do is put no blame on him when he doesn't play well. And that's where you and I bump heads at. I got no problem giving him credit for throws that he makes, be it touchdowns or throws to keep drives alive. But when he makes a mistake or when he plays bad, I'm not willing to excuse that.
Okay? So the guy who can't throw went to Philly when this is must-win against the defending Super Bowl champs. It's Carson Wentz, the best quarterback in the division. Who is that calling? LeBron? LeBron's mad at you because you didn't defend him strongly enough because I won the debate on Athlete of the Year and he's upset with you.
We'll have him join the combo.
Actually, Skip, why do you keep saying I said he can't throw? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he's not the most accurate thrower of the football. Clearly he can throw. He's not Tebow. Tebow couldn't throw.
All right, but Tebow could make big plays in big games, big moments.
Okay, now, how about this? Who you got? Dak or Tebow? Who your quarterback?
I'll take Dak.
What? Tebow, you heard it, Jenny, you heard that.
I'm really pretty sure.
Tebow. Yeah. Tebow ain't talking to you no more. I bet he won't take your call.
He never did talk to me in the first
place.
place.
No, he ain't talking to you.
I don't ever talk to Tim.
No, he ain't talking to you.
I don't ever talk to Tim.
He don't want your friends.
So then Philly came to Dallas. Now it's do or die. This is it. Are the Eagles going to come back to life and be the dominating team that they can be? Because that's still a loaded football team. I don't care what you say. And
they're more loaded now that Foles is playing quarterback, right?
Okay. Well, they are. Yeah.
No, they're not. Yeah. Stop saying that.
Okay. Well, I keep telling you, I was so thankful that Nick Foles didn't play either of those games.
No way.
But it was Carson Wentz, the guy that you have jumped on the bandwagon. You were driving his bandwagon. He's the best young quarterback in football.
Other than you and Jerry Jones, how many general managers would take Dak Prescott?
I don't care. I just don't care. I just go on what I see. Because you know what about this league? This league makes so many mistakes on quarterbacks that it's laughable.
They make mistakes.
If you look at it, like I read
on a lot of players.
I read these anonymous quotes, about Justin Herbert is better than Tua. I saw that one last night.
I saw that.
What?
Yeah.
What? Who is that guy? He should be fired today. Somebody should go find out who said that.
Skip, because Herbert is prototypical.
Okay.
It was the height, right?
Okay,
yeah.
But I know Justin Herbert. I watched him a lot last year. Trust me, he has little to no feel for playing the position. You have to have a feel for it. You have to be able to make big throws at big moments. It might be a touch pass. It might be a bullet. Whatever it is, he doesn't have it yet. Maybe he'll figure it out. He's got all the prototypical measurements.
That's what they're looking
he's,
at.
He's tall and he's
6'5",
athletic.
240.
And he can run. I bet he can run a 4.640.
Right.
You know, like he's that
Sure.
athletic. He can play golf. He's a
Right.
really good golfer. Okay? And that translates into what? Every
We should
time
play golf then.
Every time I
Should be
saw the
Dustin
ball
Johnson.
leave to his hand while he was healthy, it went exactly where it was supposed to go, exactly how it was supposed to get there.
And it's tight.
It was
Spiral.
a tight spiral, and he could throw it touch or he could throw it rocket, right?
You know what, Skip? Today I'm in a very giving mood. 2018 is about to end, and I lost a few bets to you. So today I'm gonna pay it off.
Really?
Can I get to do?
Today's the day?
No,
This
it ain't no joke. Can I get to do?
This is it?
Can I get to do?
Oh my God!
Is that it?
That's it.
Is that?
That's all you get.
That's not 17 cases.
Yes, it is.
Jenny, does that look like 17
First of all, you only drink 6-packs because you only drink bottles. So this is 17. Actually, it's like 50 bottles.
Okay, so
I
where
gotta
are we
do
at
the
then?
math on that.
Yeah.
17.
It's 12 6-packs. That's 72.
17. Okay. I'll accept it.
You'll accept.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, I have to. I'm on TV. It's the end of the year.
We're gonna end 2018
I'm a humanitarian.
Right way.
But I'm gonna get it back.
Huh?
I'm gonna get it back in the playoffs.
The reason,
So don't drink it all.
okay, that I accepted this. Does this qualify me for male athlete of the year?
No!
Because I'm a good guy.
No.
I just absolved you.
But
of
you
all of
lost
that.
all the debate.
Huh?
So that disqualifies you for
As
2018.
you delusional Shannon Sharpe.
You lost all the debates.
I'm impressed that
Okay.
you did this.
Look at
well
this, Skip.
done. Well done. Let's start the new year
That'll
on
get me through a
on
couple of
different
shows,
note.
right?
Couple. That should get you through 6 months.
Are you guys betting?